Joe Madison talks about how racism will probably never end in America. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We're talking with Joe Madison, host of The Joe Madison Show, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on SiriusXM channel 126. JoeMadison.com is his website. Madison SiriusXM his Twitter handle. Joe, you and I were talking about blockbusting, integrating neighborhoods, and how that was. How that was going on. The closest I ever got to that was when Louise and I were moving to Atlanta back in 1983, I think it was. And Louise flew down, I flew down, looked at houses, and then Louise flew down, and we had different real estate agents. And the real estate agent who picked Louise up said to Louise, would you like to see all white neighborhoods or integrated neighborhoods? And Louise said, I believe it's a crime for you to ask me that question. And and literally said, stop the car, I'm getting out. Or maybe, take me back to the real estate agent. I don't recall because I wasn't there. But that, Louise was so pissed off at this woman that she fired the real estate agency. She later called the woman's boss. But that's as close as we got to it. But you were talking about what it was like then. Frankly, I'm guessing in some parts of the country it's very much like that right now.
Oh, certainly it is. But let me tell you what you just gave an example of to fast forward to where we are in 2021. What Louise did in 1983 is what we today refer to being anti-racist. Listen to me, being anti-racist. And because what she did, let me out. I'm not going to be a part of this. She could have said to that real estate agent, excuse me, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. But she decided, not only am I not racist, but I am not going to do business with you. I am going to be anti-racist. And that's why I wanted to fast forward to how you brought the past, and I wanted to bring it up to today. People have to understand, sometimes you cannot be racist and still benefit from racism. Think about that.
I'm sure that's the story of every white person's life in America, Joe, isn't it?
That's in many cases, unless they speak about, unless they practice anti-racism. And there's a difference between saying I'm not racist and being anti-racist, because I don't know how many people would do what Louise did, to be honest. They might dismiss it. They might, who knows? That's what that said to me. But I can guarantee you, in your lifetime, you never had anyone call up and tell you some white people are in your neighborhood, so you might want to move.
Right, which happened to you. Only it wasn't white people. When they called you and said they thought you were white, or yeah.
Oh, and I pretended to be white. I said, really? Oh, well, tell me, how many and what, and which, by the way, was illegal. And again, right. Prior to the 1965, prior to the Housing Act, the people could do that. And thank God for, black people and white people coming together. One of the ways that we were able, Tom, to break up housing discrimination covenants was that white testers had to go to homes or had to go to a neighborhood to rent or buy a home, and then they came back and worked with organizations to end blockbusting. And so that's what we're looking for, I think, in America today. In anticipation, Tom, of this conversation, that we were going to have, I was prepared. I'm prepared to say something that most people wouldn't say on Martin Luther King Day. And that is, we will never get rid of racism in America. Never. And I don't come to that conclusion lightly. Racism is like a virus. And you're one of the smartest people I know as a communicator, and I just finished reading your book on healthcare. But racism is a virus, and you do not kill a virus. Viruses are not killed. And let me tell you what they will often do. They will mutate. And that's what we saw last week on Capitol Hill, a bunch of freaking mutants.